Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today is not a progress vlog. I'm just going to be quickly making a brief walkthrough of what I did on this Pekora doll because somebody asked me on my Instagram for the pattern, and I usually don't give out patterns of my really old dolls because the way I made them back then was like a little bit difficult for me to read. The way I write patterns now has kind of evolved into something a little bit better. Still not perfect the way I write patterns, but hopefully I can try to clarify it. And I did fix it up, so it's going to be on my Ko-fi page if you want to know how to make your own. So at least this is how I did it. So yeah, this is not a progress vlog. I'm just going to briefly go over what I did right here. So here, starting off with the bottom, I start off with cobalt blue, and then I switched up to antique white. So I'm using two different shades of white here. This is antique white, and this is, for the hair, just regular white. Antique white is like sort of colder white. So I switched that out with black, and then to make the leg, I continued up with black right here. These little fluffy yarn, and this part here is just what I did after I finished off the leg. And then for the plain body, after that, I switched out to antique white again for the main body part. So here's what that looks like all around. And then I switched up on round 19. I completed the rest of the head using skin yarn. There's another layer outside of that, which I created the chest area. And that's what that looks like. So you have to do 2 layers starting on round 19. And then once you do that, I have like all the little details of this part. This is the choker right here. It's fluffy. So for the leg part, I created this little band around, let's see, this is the, I don't know what to call it, the right or left leg. And let's say the left leg. I used antique white, I think it was antique white, and then I used this little blue lace yarn. I sewed it inside the chains, and then I gave it a little small tiny bow right there. And then for the bottom part, I used the fluffy yarn, which is called Angel, and I sewed on one of them on each leg. And then this is like the skirt flap right here. So there's like an open split because Pekora has the split on her skirt. It's like right down the middle, and it's very poofy using antique white. And then I went over it with the angel yarn. So for the details of the body, so here is the footprint right here. That's using lace yarn. I created 3 little circles, and this is like the palm of the foot. So that's what that looks like. I just simply glued it on there right there. To create the pockets, I used cobalt blue, and I chained 3, and I placed 1 diagonally right here on this side, and then 1 on the opposite end. I created 2 knots with cobalt blue, and then I placed that in the middle. So that's what that looks like right there. These are little carrot pieces, which I simply had to like tuck it in between the chain, and I glued it down. These are the leafy part of the carrot. I used this other blue, I believe it was medium blue color yarn, to tie around the body. So it wraps around the backside to the front, and I tied a little bow, just kind of like how you would tie your shoe, that type of knot. And then for the chest area, this is what that looks like. I used black, and I slip stitch it onto right here for one side, and then slip stitch on for the other side. So that's the chest area. So here is the arm. Both arms, I believe, are the same. Starts off with black, and then it transitions out to all skin. And then I used the fluffy angel yarn. Here is one of them on the bottom, and then there's one on top of that, and I simply sewed it on. I think I even glued it onto for her. The eyes are yellow with rounded corner eyes like that. The hair is pretty simple. I gave her, this is the 8 chain 2 together. Here's an 8 chain in medium blue. Here is a, I can't remember if it was like a 12 chain or a 10 chain. Probably a 12 chain, I think. Here's one on the other side as well. Here's another, I think it was 12 chain for medium blue, 2 of them on the side. So it's like pretty symmetrical. And here it is for the twisted pigtails. I created 2 strands, 1 in white and then 1 in medium blue, twisted it together, glued it in place, and then I created the little hair strands that hang downwards from the twisted pigtails. Wrapped white yarn around this area, and then created a little bow, glued the bow on top, put some carrots in between. I also glued it inside the pigtails as well. Did the same thing for the other side, except the carrot placement for this one is on the bottom. The carrot placement for this one is on the top. For the hair, I used 4 inner rounds and 4 outer rounds. And then now for the ears, I used 12 chain 2 together. This is also another, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was 10 chain 2 together for the pink. And this is two little fluffy angel yarn that are like circles. You just do the magic ring and whatever other stitches to create the circle. And so yeah, that's pretty much the doll. I wish I had like a better demonstration, but I haven't made this doll in so long. I don't really plan on making it again. But yeah, she takes forever to make. Pretty complicated. But at the same time, I think the details are simplified enough. So really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, that's what that looks like. This is the little tail. I just like glued it on, smack down the middle, and that's about it. Probably doesn't make as much sense, but this is the visual reference if you need it. So yeah, there you have it. Pekora.